So let's kick it off here. Sarah, you've been building a lot of steam right now, which is awesome. Congratulations on the Stranger cover, by the way. For anyone not in the know, that's basically the alternative newspaper of note in the Seattle area. And Sarah Smith was recently on the cover. Sarah, who is running for Congress in Washington's 9th District. Sarah, give everybody a 411 on what you're all about.
Hi, awesome. So I am running on the same slate that Alex Ocasio-Cortez ran with, Adrienne Bell, Lindsey Fagan. It's Justice Democrats and Brand New Congress are the two organizations that are the real turbines in this engine. But I mean, you know, it's a strong, progressive, ambitious platform, and I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of the movement that we've built. I mean, prior to Alex's win that kind of catapulted us into the spotlight here on the West Coast, we had already been really building a lot of momentum. We'd really been moving forward. Our volunteer force has been incredible. They're really the fuel in all this. Without them, I don't know what we would have done. They really pick up the slack and they're on the ground all the time. But I mean, we're surging ahead. I'm going to be on Fox News tonight, which is really cool.
I heard about that. We just
did a Kiro primetime radio interview yesterday, and then there was another one that we did a little later that day, and we're doing another one today, and then Fox News tonight, and then tomorrow there's two others that I can't remember, and an Ask Me Anything again with our politics on Reddit. So if you're a Redditor, I'm going to be on there again. I think we called it the Redditor, and we've kind of bounced around between a couple of different subreddits, talking politics and answering questions, and it's been really, really cool. It's been a whirlwind, but it's been a really, really rewarding whirlwind.
Well, Get Your News On with Ron does have its own subreddit, so feel free to stop. You're welcome anytime. You're welcome anytime. I am actually embarrassingly bad with Reddit. I don't really, somebody else set it up, and the first thing they put in it was a tutorial, and it said, so Ron can learn this.
At least they know who they're catering to, right?
They totally do, and I'm still learning it. But so you mentioned the bold platform. Give people the kind of skinny, and you're kind of talking to a lot of like-minded folks here, but just in case there's any newcomers, give them a snapshot on what that platform's all about.
Of course, it is bold and ambitious. I strongly support single-payer Medicare for all, debt-free education, student debt relief, massive investment in our infrastructure, a federal jobs guarantee, abolishing ICE, full immigration reform, scaling back military spending, shifting military priorities into humanitarianism. It's a really big, ambitious platform, and I know that, but I mean, this is all these things are what people want. They're all both sides of the aisle, red, blue, green, yellow, magenta, whatever you are. These are policies that working people and people that are out doing the labor and building this country on their backs, these are policies that they've wanted to see for years. But we have too many representatives who are under the protective umbrella of corporate ownership. And I mean, the figures that we talk about all the time are, we talk about 80% of the legislation the wealthy and corporations want gets to the floor, but only 30% of legislation that people's want gets to the floor. And I mean, I think a big contributing factor to that is corporate influence and money. Yeah. So part of my bold, ambitious platform is not taking corporate money, and it makes it a hell of a lot easier to say and do things that are real and honest and full of integrity and upfront and just bold and new. And I think that's what we need in Congress. If we want to take it back and we want to reclaim our democracy, we have to start somewhere, and we have to start with representatives setting the examples in their own campaigns.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm actually surprised 30% it's that high. I mean,
me too.
You know, there was that other Harvard study that said public opinion basically means nothing when it comes to policy. Like public opinion, if anything, it is almost the polar opposite. So let's get specific to the campaign trail. One of the things you've been getting a lot of in the press is people have kind of nitpicked about your experience. They said, like, this is just somebody without legislative experience. She has a working class background. And I understand that critique. I mean, it is very bold to assume that a working class person would understand the needs of working class people. We need a rich person. We need a rich person to tell us what we need and what to think. So how do you combat that? I mean, how do you?
I mean, we need rich people to trickle down our knowledge to us on what it's like to be working class, right? That's the theory.
Need to tell us what's important, what our priorities are, and we just need to rinse and repeat.
Exactly. We just need to shut up and fall in line. So what I say to the experience question all the time is we have all of the experience legislatively in the world in Congress right now, and we're still at a gridlock. We've proven that experience means nothing because you can just look at where our Congress is right now. What matters most is representation. And to say that a working class person's experience as a working class person doesn't matter, that's not just to say my experience doesn't matter. That's to say every single working class person that's desperate for healthcare, that's desperate for student debt relief, that's desperate for a job and a living wage, that their experience doesn't matter. It's to say that the struggle of the 70% of Americans who are carrying the 30% of the wealthy elite on their backs to make this country work, they don't matter as much as those 30%. And so I put my foot down on that experience thing. That doesn't matter. What matters is your vision. What matters is your commitment to your values. What matters is your platform, what you're going to fight for, what you're going to dig your heels in for. And all the experience in the world hasn't given us very many representatives in Congress that are going to do that. So maybe it's time working class people had real representation from their own ranks in Congress. We deserve a voice at the table. And who better than another working class person to stand up and speak for working class people?
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? Getting on